You have to be able to identify a problem, identify the solution to that problem, which should be you ideally. If you can middleman it, that's totally fine as well. So you need to perceive yourself as a person of value, treat yourself as a person of value, and become a person of value. And eventually you'll meet your objective. It is very fucking simple. And then present a call to action, an actionable step. Guys, people with money, people, high quality people, they don't have time for your bullshit, bro. But they have a ton of needs. And they have a ton of problems and they need people around them to fucking supply it. The system wants you to believe that you cannot dictate the circumstances of your life, but you actually can. What you sow, you will reap in direct proportion to that which you sowed. You don't plant fucking corn, right? Or you don't plant a watermelon seed and a fucking banana tree or a banana whatever sprouts up. It doesn't work that way, right? Plant apple seeds, you're not gonna get an orange tree. You'll get in direct proportion that which you plant. It's very simple. And if it happens in the natural world, and we're part of the natural world, then you need to understand that this principle stands true. And people, right? The system wants you to believe that you are not in control, that you cannot dictate the circumstances of your life, but you actually can. You can actually dictate the circumstances of your life. You know, so many kids are out here flipping sneakers and they get to meet all the crazy celebrities, all the highly influential individuals around the world for a very simple reason. They're providing a good that's very difficult to replace, right? Or very difficult to find. And their skill set is quite irreplaceable. So you need to figure out a skill set that is irreplaceable, that a lot of people need, that high net worth individuals need, and your ability to provide it.
Why would you limit yourself from experiencing that? Why? Because you're scared, you're afraid, you don't know how it's gonna work out, it doesn't feel good. Perfectly fine. But I've come to understand, I've come to realize that the beauty of life isn't in pursuing happiness. It's in pursuing experiences, and it's understanding that it's multidisciplinary, it's multilateral, it's not just one emotion. So I'm not in the business of pursuing happiness, I'm in the business of pursuing life. And life comes in different forms at different seasons.
Most people have fear, and the fear is built up in the system, right? Where is it built up? The fear of failure. As soon as you're a kid, you're not encouraged to fail. Yeah. You're reprimanded, you get an F. Dude, imagine calling a child a failure. It makes no sense. It's absolutely ridiculous. So every time in their life, they're conditioned that if they don't listen and obey the rules, they're failures. So what happens if they're about to break out of the mold and go work their own company, build their own? Dude, the pressure is massive, but that's all conditioning. But imagine the school system was now based on like a Renaissance artistic self-development, pursue your highest potential kind of Greek ecosystem. Now you're conditioning society to operate that way.
They say after 20 million, not that much changes in life unless you want to buy a private jet or a yacht. Is this true?
Yeah.
Do you own either?
No, bro, no chance. Why would I own 2 headaches? I will pay somebody to lend me their headache for a few hours. Rather, money, just give me a ton of money. I don't need assets. I need to move fast, smooth. I need to know the guy that owns 50 jets, that owns 50 things that'll let me use them at cost because I hooked them up with whatever. And I'm his daughter's whatever at their wedding. And I build good relationships and good connections. The entire world is built off of connections and relationships. All these politicians, they don't want that. They're riding around on the people's money, brother. So you don't have to own a jet to ride in one, but maybe we'll share an aerial ship.
And the thing is, people take things for granted. And the paradox of life that I found to be extremely interesting is that people put a lot of value in the things that they can replace, and they neglect the things that they cannot replace. So people put value on the Gucci belt, they put value on the car. All of these things are replaceable, but the things that they cannot replace, their health, their family, their mental state, their peace, they neglect. And it's paradoxical, and it makes no sense. So why up and learn the hard way when it makes more sense to live a life that is balanced and a life that has purpose and meaning? And I understand, go crazy, do your thing. But if you live a centered life, if you live a life of balance, a life with integrity, a life with direction, I think it could be a good life.
Now, if you instill discipline, it is painful, right? Not having to hang out with certain people, having to establish a routine, having to establish healthy lifestyles, having to establish healthy eating habits, having to cut out the bullshit in your life, saying, hey, no, I'm not going out tonight because I got things that I need to accomplish in order to live a life that is not full of regret. Now, on the other side, you have the pain of regret. This regret usually comes from a lifestyle that is massively hedonistic, a lifestyle that is massively promiscuous, that has no limitations, no boundaries, and instills zero discipline. Most people live this lifestyle because they think that they're never gonna have to pay the pipe, that they're never gonna have to pay the bill for the decisions of their life, for the actions of their life. But you can control the discipline that you instill in your life. One of the examples are these super athletes, whether it's Cristiano Ronaldo, whether it's LeBron James, they spend millions of dollars on their body every single year. The discipline that comes in their life yields fruitful results in many aspects. So ask yourself, what's the life I want? What's the life that I want to live? And what am I willing to sacrifice and become disciplined in so I don't have to deal with the regret and the bullshit of the future? It's your life. You only get one. Ask yourself, am I willing to have the pain of discipline, or will I deal with the pain of regret? The choice is yours. Got one life. It's all on you.
You suck at life because everything that you do is sucking and draining you away from your fullest potential. Focus on leveling up, motherfucker. Focus on winning. Every single action, everything that you do, focus on winning. Focus on becoming a champion. And you know what the outcome will be? You will become exactly what you put in. You will become the outcome of your actions. You will become the outcome of your decisions. I'm a winner. And I'm not a winner by what I've achieved. I'm a winner by what I do today. Not what I did yesterday, not by what I do tomorrow, not how you perceive me, but how I perceive myself. Did I cheat myself today, or did I win? Did I beat myself at this game of life? That's all that matters. I ain't competing with you, I ain't competing with him, with her. I'm competing with myself. Winners win, losers lose. Pick a fucking side and go after it.
Without a goal, you will not start, but without consistency, you will not finish. You need to have the right network, so figure out how to get the right network. You need to have the right education, and you need to be consistent. Without a goal, you will not start, but without consistency, you will not finish. Does that make sense? Do you understand? That is the principle and the big difference between being rich and being poor.